Speed there. We've seen that, link up happening many times in the past since these two teamed up together. Speed downfield, Cuxer firing the ball at him for the redirect. But hey, here comes Speed all by himself. If nobody's going to pass the ball to him, he's just going to go all the way alone. That's 1-0 to Mouz. No pressure on Speed as he sets up this shot.
Yeah, Speed decides that, okay, we've both tried blasting the ball at each other. Here's me.
Now, in game one, it's been incredibly solid from Mouz. They've looked like the real deal here. But Vitality have come close a few times. Will they get another chance before 0? You bet they will. Very Peak puts it in. And it was again that pass straight out into the middle. Cux, he was trying to get the ball clear, but he ended up just centering it. Very Peak puts it in. And he's not going to miss from that range. It's just careless by Cux.
Indication of what it's going to take to separate these two teams. Scrub Killer now has got K-Op in his sights. Chooses to go for the boost. He's got options. He's got time. Speed is not needed because Scrub Killer will rinse the entire defense.
Okay, we wondered if Scrub was going to come out hot in game one. Well, there's your answer. He just picked up that ball in defense, nipped it past the first defender, and he just makes a beeline for the ceiling and places the shot perfectly. That is outrageous.
Yeah, I think you just hit the nail on the head of that. You need to try and shut down the dribbles. But for me, there's not much in terms of passing plays. Yes, I think they started to slow down a little bit as the game got more tense, as that's going to be an immediate rebuttal from Alpha.
Well, that's a good response. That's a good way to start a game after losing in the previous one. Great speed from Alpha after the kickoff, and it's so typical.
But luckily for Mouz, his first touch just gave too much work for him to do.
Long time left in the game for Mouz. They've been playing so calmly, they've been playing so composed all day, but are they going to be able to keep that up if the goals start flying in? They didn't have much to say about this one. K-Dop, just a brilliant forward run, but this is exactly why you can't give these guys space on the ground. That's just too good from K-Dop. Can start to surprise them just ever so slightly. That might be one of the ways that they can take control of this series again, because Vitality are very much in it. Oh, hold on a second though. That's not exactly the best touch in defense, is it?
Absolutely not, and it appears that we temporarily lost an Alpha as well before that.
Cux popping it off the wall. But both teams are actually showing a lot of respect to one another right now. They're giving each other a lot of space to work with. That's a big dunk from K-Dop. It's gone in! And that is against Scrub, who is going to be kicking himself for falling for this one. He ended up going too high on the ball. K-Dop blocked it underneath.
And K-Dop
pull this one as we get to the very final seconds of the game.
20 seconds. Cooks here. Only as far as K-Dop. Follow up from Speed. He drops it over. 1, 2, 3. Speed will offer a lifeline to Mousesports.
That is fantastic play by Speed and Cux. We were asking them to maybe look for the pass instead of the shot a bit more often. Well, that was definitely
a couple of options downfield. There's actually Scrub Killer down the ball. That's a good challenge as well. Alpha forced to tip the ball over to the corner. K-Dop can't do anything with it. Speed unchallenged, but he couldn't make contact. Renault Vitality gasp their way far forward right now for a third man. He's a K-Dop's got somewhere to work with, but that first touch far too heavy. He's going to struggle to tip that down for Alpha. Fairy Peak goes for net, and Fairy Peak has squeezed it through.
Fairy Peak has been consistent this game. He's been rescuing Vitality in defense over and over again, and now he comes in, wins a 50 with Scrub. I don't know if that made contact with Scrub's car on the way past the last one. Let's see if they can do the same in game number 3. I'll put Mouz on 2 games in a row, or a series loss. That's Fairy Peak to Alpha, and that is going to be 2-0 Vitality.
And Vitality are starting to style on them. Fairy Peak picking back up where he left off on Monday. He had an outstanding performance in the control of everything. Almost had themselves a third if that pass connected. But it is going to be too little, too late right now. Mousesports will require a 2-game run if they want to try and keep their top 2 hopes alive. Because at the moment, Johnny, Vitality starting to look solid.
Vitality on the back of Fairy Peak, really taking control of game 3.
Alpha. Get it to Fairy. It's going to be a loose ball for Speed. Tries to find Cooks there. Mal's just trying to outpace right now. This might be their opportunity. Going for the top corner, and Speed finds it.
Great break rotation by Kux to set this one up. You saw him just nip in front of Vitality, stick the ball sideways. That made it so awkward, not just for Fairy Peak, who was in the middle, but also for Alpha.
Drop it down, maybe for a teammate. It's so hard right now to get the amount of space required to really set up a proper play. It's more of a game of just making the most of what you have, and Fairy Peak has got exactly that. He has made the most of that opportunity.
That is such a good passing play by Fairy and Alpha. You're not used to seeing 1-2 plays all the way up to ceiling height and back down.
It's crucial for Mousesports season. They must get it to keep a top 2 spot alive. Something that they could not do last season. Speed up against Alpha. Alpha goes 50, and it's good enough to get Fairy in, who cannot stop scoring.
Brilliant play by Alpha. Look how alive this ball is. It's all that matters for Alpha in that play is that he makes sure the ball doesn't roll into the...
By a single goal. Mouse, 20 seconds to try and find the play that will get them back into this game and back into this series. As a demo from Speed will do exactly that.
What a play by Speed off the ball. He just runs straight into the goal area, takes out the keeper, then makes sure that it's going to go across the line. Uncontested. It's going to be 0 seconds now. Here he comes in overtime. He's 1v1 with Scrub, and Scrub Killer stands in the way.
Now K-Dot offloads it to Alpha! Vitality will take it!
The center ball from K-Dot found Alpha all alone in the middle. And although Scrub Killer kept out Fairy on the previous play, he couldn't keep out Alpha on that one. And it is going to have to be one game only for Mouz today. Vitality take